Under Labour, Britain did get better.
And that, John Prescott said, was why a man of the left could back Tony Blair as he did through 10 years as Deputy Prime Minister, defending what many on the left thought indefensible, like PFI, private investments in the public sector.
Not using the PPP is to deny people new hospitals, new schools and new public services. Now. Do you really want to freeze on all that? Is it really what this party wants? Is it what the public wants, which is important? I don't think so.
News channel Prescott's coming.
And here, sent straight from the cabinet table to persuade Labour MPs to back the invasion of Iraq.
And there now are only two options left. Either Saddam goes into exile or he is disarmed by force.
In return, Tony Blair gave John Prescott a ministerial jag and his own dream super department, running transport, the environment and councils. The ministry was dismantled 4 years later. And when John Prescott thumped a protester who'd thrown an egg at him, the support was reciprocated.
And John is John, But I tell you, I am lucky to have him as a deputy. And he has got very, very great strength. Not least in his left arm.
Born just before the war, John Prescott went into the Merchant Navy aged 15 as a steward and waiter. His work records show he hopped around from ship to ship, blacklisted by shipping companies for his militant trade unionism.
Well, that's even if they give us what we've got.
Too much even for some of his own union leadership, who were only too glad to help him out of the union and into Parliament in 1970 as MP for Hull.
What drives you? Is it a sense of injustice?
Chip on the shoulder. I think that's what they say, isn't it? And
is it true?
There's a certain amount of that, yes. I mean, I've always had to swim against the tide.
But in 1993, he deployed his left credentials to help Labour leader John Smith dilute the influence of the trade union bloc vote.
There's no doubt this man, our leader, put his head on the block by saying, basically, I fervently believe, because that's what he believes, of a relationship and a strong one with the trade unions and the Labour Party. He's put his head there. Now's our time to vote. Give us a bit of trust and let's have this vote support.
The words got mangled as ever, but he'd swung the vote. The union man insisting John Smith wasn't anti-union. And it was a template for how he would help the next Labour leader over 13 years as deputy.
But when we do disagree, I don't rush you out and issue a press release or brief the newspapers.
Disagreement surfaced once. In a newspaper interview, he criticised Tony Blair's school reforms. He feared they'd recreate the 11+, an exam he'd failed as a child with lasting wounds. He was, he said, more sensitive than people thought.
It was easily hurt in a way, and my mother said, strong streak of shyness, and I think that's still in me now, despite what the public image is.
He told Tony Blair in private he sometimes felt a bit used, brought out like a performing seal. The blokish presence at the top of New Labour, giving traditional supporters a sense this was somewhere they still belonged.
Good God.
I'll be in trouble again, I think, now.
And you know what I said on that pledge card in 1997?
But he felt vindicated by Labour's achievements.
We said we'd get 250,000 back to work. Did we get it? Yes. We got more. 2 million more.
The proud working class warrior, proud of his role in government.
Everyone's been saying this has been the most boring election campaign on record. They're saying we need another Prescott punch to liven it up. You should be
what you were saying?